Don't be gay. Listen to what we say. Don't be gay. We're straight. No way. Don't be gay. Queer culture every day. Don't be gay. We're doing it our way.
The rumors are true. I'm a homophobe. We are hot, hotter than a stove. Being queer ain't no other way. Not a phase. We are here to stay.
Don't be gay.
Oh yeah.
Don't be gay. You heard us. Don't be gay. Oh, don't be gay. It's time, yeah.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Josh Ham,
and
my
me.
Amazing co-host. Bitch, stop talking.
Sorry, I couldn't help but steal the moment. I can't help it. We literally 10 seconds in, I had to be like, the spotlight's not on me.
2 seconds in. Anyways, I am Josh Ham, and I'm here with my co-host, Shawn Banks. And this is
the Don't Be Gay podcast.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. And we are here at the amazing, lovely Lincoln Lodge.
The LLC,
yes.
As y'all already know.
Yes, it's the best. And we are here to be spicy, breaking down the queer psyche. And yeah, this whole episode's gonna be about drag. So, what, did you like that?
No, yeah, that look kind of rhymed because you were like be like icy, spicy, break down the queer psyche. Bitch, what? Nicki Minaj, you could never.
Yeah, she couldn't.
She could never know that. We can't say
I'm
that.
her ghostwriter.
The barbs will come for us.
Yeah,
the barbs will.
I hope they do.
They will drag us.
Yeah.
You were saying this about.
No, quite literally though.
So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
How have you been, Josh?
I've been pretty good. It's a new year. It's a new me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when people say that. It's so cringe. I'm like, you're kind of the same.
Yeah.
You're still annoying.
I know. Yeah, pretty much. Like, we're still outside. You still have to pay for the Uber
We still
surcharge.
outside. Think about Flo Millie.
You know what? We have to have, and maybe in like as a dream guest or like a dream person on the pod, we should manifest Flo Millie.
You think she would ever be on here?
Probably not. Well, you never know. Honestly, you never know.
Like, we have to pay her.
You never know.
She doesn't respond to any of my DMs. I've actually messaged her.
DM'd her?
I've DM'd Flo Millie because like her concert sold out literally. So I got mad. I was like, bitch, I got the receipt somewhere. It's on my phone. I'm like, bitch, I love you so much.
You are wild. You were wild.
Yeah.
Your friend Natalia also did the same thing too. Hey, Natalia.
Yeah, we love her.
We were at Roscoe's one night.
She messaged one of the queens.
She messaged Roscoe's, the actual establishment. There was a pit bull like poster or something, but it didn't have a date on it. And then she was just like, "Yo, when's the date? When I want to pull up, yada yada yada." And I was like, "This."
Yeah. Or like whenever we go to like a concert and like it's taking forever to start, like we message the artist, we're like, "Hey, pull up."
Y'all,
so funny.
The children are our future.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my future's not bright, so
it's okay. You never were, but it's okay. So
yes.
You know, New Year, you know, we're off to doing things. How's it been going? You know, at the time of recording, this is a week into
yes, it is
New Year. So how's it been going?
It's been going pretty well.
You just looked at an apartment.
I did. Yes, I'm officially going to move out pretty soon.
Okay,
really close to the amazing Lincoln Lodge.
The amazing Lincoln Lodge that puts on amazing shows and amazing podcasts.
I'm actually
such as
I'm going to live here actually. So yeah,
bitch, you put "Don't be gay."
Yeah. Oh wait, don't be gay. Is it too late?
We'll make it work.
Yeah, I like shaved off my blonde pubes on the top of my head.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
you look good with like the all natural hair.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, is your hair naturally black or is it like
it's naturally black? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just like me. I'm just kidding.
Period. All natural.
So the apartment you were looking at, it was kind of like, you said it was like a apartment with like a bunch of like queer
it was like a bunch of like queer people inside of it, and like they were like smoking weed like right when I entered, and I'm like, this is like my people.
Okay.
And they have like a dog, which I love.
What kind of dog was it?
I don't know. It was big though.
I love that.
I don't know like names of dogs, but like I'm just like the big one, the small one. No.
Okay.
It was white. It was
just the big white
dog.
It was
a white dog.
It not Clifford, like, the big red dog. That one, the random white dog.
Clifford, yeah.
Not Clifford.
I think his name was Lou. It's such a cute name.
Well, Lou, if you're watching this, and by the time this comes out, you probably be living there.
Lou, if you're watching this, bark.
Kiki Palmer, I am so sorry to this dog. I am so sorry to this dog.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Well, I'm also looking at apartments.
Period.
So me and our former guest, Riley Cosgrove, the rotted bitch of Chicago,
Yes.
we are living together, and I've been looking at apartments, and so I have 2 showings coming up. And maybe by the time this comes up, we'll have a decision made. Just stay tuned for
I feel
stay tuned for the updates on the Instagram. Or
by the
whatever.
time this airs, like I'll probably like be in a new house because it's like gonna be Marchish. I feel when this one comes out. So yeah, I'm excited.
Exactly. I'm excited too. Yes. I love, I don't know about you, but like I feel like I have this thing where like I love, and we can also ask our guests about this too. But I love going on like Zillow and just imagining myself in every single apartment and every single home.
Yeah.
Like it's, even if it's like completely out of my budget, like it's like a 4-bedroom, like 3-bath, like house in Skokie. And I'm just like, you know what? The granite countertops would be perfect for when I make my casserole. Like I'm not going to live there or do any of that, but it's just, I love imagining it. Do you do that?
Delusion.
Period.
No, I don't. I'm just like living in the moment. I'm just like in my house. I don't know. I don't think about like being in another house, but like I do have dream houses for sure.
Okay. What
Like-
does your dream house look like?
Like a mansion, really big.
Okay.
Like a pool for sure.
Like a pool.
Yeah.
How many beds? How many baths?
It's
What's the
a
square
studio
footage?
mansion.
It's
It's the only thing I can
not a studio
afford.
mansion. No, it's okay. It's fine. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm hopefully gonna get promoted at my job, which at this point I don't give a fuck or whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all can.
I'm hopefully
suck
gonna
it.
get demoted.
Wait, why?
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. I was
No,
like,
I don't do anything bad. No. Yeah.
You don't do anything.
No,
No.
low-key,
That's why you want to get demoted.
Actually, I did drag a customer today. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Speak on
yeah.
it.
So like he ordered a latte, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like at the window, and I told him like, your latte's here, and I'm like, it's so busy, and so like I'm making all these other drinks, and like the latte's still there, so I'm like, did you hear me? And then he comes back 40 minutes later. He's like, I'm still waiting for my latte, and I was like, it's literally like right there. Like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, no, it's a different name on it, and it had my name because like I'm the person that rang him up.
Okay.
I'm like, no, there's not a name on it, and like we were literally arguing. And yeah, I choked him out and threw him out. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm not. You don't have to talk about what you did when you
Yeah.
got home with him. Like I'm talking about like at work.
Yeah, for sure. And so yeah, like he was like kind of like raising his voice, but like I was giving hella attitude, of course. And
Okay.
so okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It was stupid because like, I literally told him like his latte's there, and it's like, bitch, do you not understand?
Well, no, I mean any kind of like customer service retail environment. I mean, they
Yeah.
again, you always know what it is. You know, the customer's always right, but also the customer's
Nah.
also dumb.
Yeah, it's so true.
People, and no one's having that conversation.
But then he like apologized though because he felt bad because like it was his wrong, and
of course,
yeah,
I don't understand people.
I'm
need-
always right.
I
so
don't
of
understand why
course.
people need to feel like they have to come in hot for people that they don't know, like strangers. Like you're gonna get more with sugar than you are. Wait, what's the saying? What's the fucking saying?
I don't
You're
know.
gonna get more. It's like sugar with honey or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever. I'm not a I'm not a, no. I was about to say I'm not
Sugar
a philanthropist.
candy.
I'm not a philosopher. See, this is why I do comedy and I have a podcast because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But anyways, you'll get more for cheap people nicer. Like it's
Right.
fine. Like he could have just easily been
And
like,
I
hey,
was
yeah,
being
is this mine?
I was being nice about it too. Like before he was like raising his voice. Like I was like, do you want me to remake it for you? It's probably cold. He's like, no, it's fine. But I was like being
wait.
passive aggressive to be honest. I'm
Wait.
like, do you want me to remake it for you?
Was he white?
Duh.
Oh, call the
Yeah.
ACLU. Get that ass.
Yeah.
Get that ass. Yeah, we're coming for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just know you, man. Yeah, enjoy that latte. It might be the last one you ever had.
It's Dominic.
Naming names on the pod. It's that level. Oh my god. Have you been doing any shows recently?
Yeah, I did Fresh Faces officially.
How'd it
finally.
go?
Oh,
Was it-
not the drag Fresh Faces. Yeah.
Oh,
just
no.
the comedy Fresh
Oh,
Faces.
yes. No, not that one.
Yeah.
Yet. But
It went really well. It was like sold out.
okay.
And I feel like I would get nervous if it's like a sold out show because I'm like, there's hella people. Like, don't look at me.
Do they still have the competition
But-
aspect of it, or is it just like a
No,
show?
I wish it was because I wanted to win. But there was no competition for it.
No, you don't. Because you'll
And-
get robbed just like I was.
Yeah. Oh, who won yours?
I'm just kidding. No, I'll tell you off air. No, but no, I'm just kidding. I don't think I was robbed. I was just making a joke. Well,
Yeah.
no, a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was like a year ago, so
Yeah, it was really fun though, and yeah, it went really well for sure.
that's good.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I did some shows recently. I was here doing Cool Kids Table at the lovely Lincoln Lodge.
Yes.
And it was so good. It was like also like a packed out room, and like I was admittedly late, by my own admission, because I was I was watching the first 10 minutes of the new season of Drag Race.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna miss this. And so I was late, and I was supposed to be first, but I was like, I'm gonna be late. Can I be like third or second or whatever? And so then I was, and then like I just was like, okay, hopefully there won't be that many people, but it was like packed ass room. And I did like maybe like 2 or 3 of my jokes, and then I ended up just doing crowd work and just like roasting this like couple who just got married.
Oh yeah, didn't you tell me you were like dragging some guy for something?
Yeah, well, I was just dragging him because he was like in the front and he just looked at me weird.
I love how we both.
That's all it takes for me. Just look at me. Just look at me weird.
We've both been dragging people all year long.
I feel like I feel like I'm leaning more into like the roast comic style of like.
Very Bianca Del Rio.
Very back to the drag, yes. And so very Bianca Del Rio-esque.
Oh man, my nose rings
very
really
Paula.
falling out. Oh my god. There we go.
Josh,
the whole introduction.
This is why I tell you to not do cocaine before we record. Save it for afterwards.
Do it during.
Have the powder party after. Oh my god.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
We don't do drugs on the pod.
Yeah.
I said on the pod. Just for the record. No. Okay. But yeah, no. So I just ended up roasting, but it was a good time. It was fun. So whatever.
Sounds very fun.
It was fun. And speaking of shows. I think it's time to bring in our guest.
Of course it is.
Our guest, they do shows all over the Boys Town, North Halstead, Uptown, tri-state area.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. They were on our show, RIP,
The Limelight.
Yes. And not only were they on it, but they what?
They won.
Pyramid.
Yeah.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, and everything else in between, give a round of applause for the lovely, stunning gorge,
Pagina.
Hello. I'll take both.
Oh my god!
Both
honestly,
of them work.
That was so chaotic. I loved it.
Yeah.
Kind of slay, slay. How are you doing today?
Oh, I am just great.
Yes.
I was having a lovely time listening to y'all back and forth. I'm also in that apartment hunt, so I'm like, I don't look at the nice ones. I look at like the shittiest ones that I can get for the amount of money that I can afford, and I'm like, okay, maybe I could do this to it. Like,
that's a fair point. I guess, but as Josh was like joking around before, like I do live in a level of delusion that is probably not good. But
I like that for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You deserve a little delusion.
I do. Maybe too much, but and so like I don't know. I think because it makes me feel like a little bit more appreciative for what I actually can get. Because like I mean maybe in the future I could potentially get these like lovely gorgeous mansions or whatever. But like right now it makes me think like, okay, I don't need all of that because I'm good with what I got. I don't know. It makes me feel in some weird fashion the delusion also works to like humble me.
Yeah.
I see a washing machine in an apartment, and that's my delusion. I'm like, if I just had $150 more a month to spend, I would be washing my shit in my apartment.
Hell yeah, that's ideal for sure.
You were telling me before we live in the Boys Town area.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you like living over there?
I do. It's fun. It's close to like, you know, clubs and stuff, which is what I'm doing most weekends, either performing or just going and seeing friends perform. But definitely like it feels good to walk around in that area. But like I've definitely had moments, like I was saying the other night, I was walking home like really late. I was in such a shitty mood too, of course, already. And then some drunk dude like whipped out his dick and started pissing on the ground around me. And I was like, oh my God. Like,
sorry,
to his
that was
friend.
me.
Oh my God. No, I don't think it
was.
I don't think it was. Maybe that was a different time.
It could have been any Thursday.
Yeah,
It was pretty dark
It was
out.
a Thursday.
Oh, he got them $2 Roscoe drinks. He got them. He got fucked up on them. Yeah,
fucked up at Mayhem. Yeah.
Oh, I love Mayhem.
Me too.
It's such a fun show.
Yeah, I was just.
You've done it, right?
I have done it once, and then I was just in a friend's number recently too. So that was kind of cute. I love it. I like that one because like they. First of all, Queer Pride is like the production group that puts it on, and they're awesome. And then like they ask for just like something weird, and like that's what I like to do. So if you're gonna ask me for it, it's gonna be really
you're gonna get
something.
an ask, and you should fuck around and find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny though, because like Roscoe's. I have this bad habit these days of walking into spaces and being like, everyone's gay.
Yeah.
Everyone here is gay. So like looking at like men in spaces, I'm like, they don't like me because they're gay.
Yeah.
They like each other. And so I'm totally going to be fine. And like nobody's ever going to hit on me or say anything weird to me. And then my like the mayhem that I performed at, I like ended my number in like a baby doll head like bra that I made, and then
Cute.
like
I've seen it, yeah.
and like I was just walking around like that, and I started to like see people in there, and I was like, wait, that man is having like sex eyes. He's not having like drag queen vibes.
It's a little like, okay, you're not admiring, you're starting to just be a little creepy.
No,
now.
exactly. I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, let's preface off. I know we didn't like give you the proper introduction, but Paige is a lovely drag artist here in the Chicago area. So we're talking about like the drag performers and like the drag performances, and so that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just in case,
in case you're uncultured.
Yeah. In case you
already.
couldn't put the pieces together, like uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
You
talking
can't
about.
tell.
Y'all see the day beat. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, your drag is like really fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I like.
It's pretty unique, I would say, for sure.
Thank you.
How did because y'all knew before we
Yeah.
all met. So like, how did y'all meet?
I saw you at freshman 15.
Okay.
You
yes.
did. I've seen.
Oh my
I've been
God,
like 2
yes.
weeks. Yeah. Do you remember? I was like in the
literally
audience.
do. I remember you
Yeah.
actually being in the audience and me being like, I
was
like that
pretty
person.
much. I was pretty much. Yeah. You literally came to me after the show. You're like, you're such a great audience member, and I was like, oh.
Because like
Yeah.
sometimes people like suck, and it's like,
Yeah.
why are you?
No,
here
low
if
key,
you
I feel
suck
like
so bad?
everyone around me, they're just kind of dead. I feel just in
No,
general,
yeah.
and
I'm
I'm just
like-
always like hyping people up.
People are
and-
giving you so much energy, so much
Yeah.
life. Like, you know, don't be.
Don't
well,
be gay.
especially don't be
Don't be
fucking
gay.
gay. No,
You heard it here
especially in that environment, it's like it's already a competition. Like
Yeah,
you don't
it's
need
stressful,
to
so-
make it like your facial like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like expression make me remember that it's a competition while I'm like performing.
Yeah.
I'm
And just like
just-
enjoy it like when it's happening.
Exactly.
People don't
like-
forget. People always forget that. They forget that like everything is relative, and they also forget that like energy is transmitted. So like you're putting all that you have into this, and it's also very stressful, but it's also very fun. So like a lot's going on, and so like all the audience has to do is also just give the energy back. Like it's not that hard. You don't have to come out if you're not feeling it. Then don't do it.
I've been at some shows where, like, I mean, usually the audience is so great. Like, I just did Strapped at Berlin, which is like the lesbian night, first Friday of every month. And
Shameless plug.
yeah, right. And like that crowd was like amazing, and like it always is, and super supportive, and like most crowds are, but then like that's why it's so starkly like recognizable when you're in a room where
Yeah.
it's like, is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Did I do something? Did that performer do
something I
something?
said?
Usually it doesn't happen when I'm performing.
Yeah.
Usually they're very engaged.
Yeah,
But
as
when
they
other
should
people
be.
are performing, I'm like, you all, it's not that bad. Come on. Smile a little.
Yeah.
Not that I'm telling people to smile,
Yeah. But we are.
but I
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
We're having fun. We're all having fun.
just have a good
Right.
time on my behalf.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how long have you been doing drag for?
I did. So I had like a kind of a weird start to it. I started doing burlesque out here, and like, cause I moved out to Chicago to do acting, comedy stuff. And I took classes at IO back in the day. Like right before, I'm so bitter about it, but it's fine. Like I paid for all the classes, and then that bitch shut down during.
Did you get like your money back at least?
No, I didn't. No, because I mean, like, I did all of the classes, but then I was in that like that one, like the last step of it where you don't pay and you're like performing, and it was like, oh, I'm gonna get to finally like perform for like what I paid all these classes for.
That's happened in my improv class. It was like 2020ish, and like
It
we
was
did all the
2020 exactly,
classes.
yes.
Yeah, and the actual final performance, like it was not existent.
No,
and I was
exactly.
Like, oh, that's
I was
why
like,
I came.
I deserve to
Right.
be seen.
Yeah.
but
This is my moment.
but
I'm
then
a star.
exactly. But then I auditioned for like, well, no, I guess I did that before. I auditioned for my first theater show out here, and it ended up being a burlesque show. And like I knew it was gonna be, but like I didn't know really what to expect. And so that kind of gave me like a little in, and it was like a full length version, like raunchy version of The Wizard of Oz with
Yeah.
like burlesque numbers throughout it.
Yeah, and didn't you do that for the talent for Limelight? You did like some kind of
I
burlesque
did do
draggy.
burlesque, yeah. So like I do
iconic.
like burlesque when I'm doing drag too. So like it's like some people call it draglesque. I think
Yeah.
that's a lot to say, so I
Yeah.
just say different things. I say different things in every moment. So
I've never heard of that term. It's fun. Draglesque.
yeah.
It's,
Oh, that reminds me of Drag Lexa. Ew.
What's
Do you
that?
remember that from Drag Race UK? It was like the really bad acting challenge that like
Oh my
everyone was in the
God,
bottom
yes.
for. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Shit? It was so
Not funny. Sorry to them. I mean, hey, you know what? It's
Sorry
not
to
their
the
fault.
queen.
It's not their fault. Sometimes they do
the
that
scripts
shit.
are just so bad.
No, exactly,
Genuinely,
like-
the writing's off.
Or like, do y'all remember when Drag Race? Everybody did a really good job in it, but like they did that improv challenge where they had like cops like arresting people, and it was like
wasn't that like season 11?
It was like in the
Yeah.
worst
Brooklyn?
time, yeah. Like I'm thinking like Akira.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
season
or,
11.
yes.
Oh, yeah, when she like twerking as a blessing baby. or
Yes,
something
yes,
like that.
they all
yeah.
did a great job with it, but I was like, right now
Seemed a little tone deaf.
we're gonna have like a cop
Yeah,
improv
it's like
challenge.
read
like,
the room.
read the fucking room.
Read the room.
Or read the headlines.
No, yeah. But so I did that stuff, and then I had seen the Kool-Aid sisters. So Bambi, Kenzie, and Chloe were like
Right.
hosting this like amateur drag like competition where it was like one night, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Where was that at?
That was at Hydrate.
okay.
And they're actually doing they just finished this, basically like they call it Fresh Faces, is like the one that you audition or you
Yeah.
do like the competition that's one night, and if you win you might get invited to do their like freshman 15, which is what we met
Yeah,
at.
it's such a great show.
Yeah, it was so fun, and they just started this past week the new version of
Yeah,
Freshman
I was
15.
there. Were you there?
I wasn't because I was at
Yeah.
Strapped.
Yeah. Well, I saw like the last 3 performances because I went to like some concert. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did it last year because these people are bringing the big guns this
Yeah.
year, and I'm
Yo,
like,
Yeah.
I was seeing some of the people, and I didn't like actually go see it or anything because I had
Yeah.
like a show, and like I wish I could have gone, but like two things. First off, I love that so much queer shit was happening on January 6th. We took that shit back.
I know. I
Drag
was like,
Race premiered, freshman 15.
Yeah.
Like so much shit was happening. I was like, you know what? We said, you know what we're gonna
Yeah.
do? We're gonna take it back.
they asked me to be a regular girl and Seashell are the hosts of Strapped. And there's some great drag performers
Yeah.
in the scene, and they
Do you want to shout any out?
those two are great.
No. No thanks.
I can't
I'ma
think
shout
of
myself
people on the
out.
spot.
No, anyway, so
Pagina. Also Pagina.
Vagina. But they asked me in person to be in the Strapped, and they were like, "Are you free January 6th?" And I was like, "Ooh, Insurrection Strapped," and they were like, "No." I was like, "Same." I was kidding, and I don't like the insurrection.
Yeah.
I promise.
yeah, so you're free. No,
I was like,
so
yes,
you
I
say you're
am.
free.
Last year, I wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would have been. I'm kidding. I wasn't there.
You heard it.
Look
You
at
heard
all
it
the
here.
cameras.
I wasn't there. I wasn't.
I promise. You're like, where's my camera?
No, it's okay. So
Yeah.
God, but I did that fucking competition, and
Yeah.
I won it.
Yeah, period. Do you like competitions or? Well, I mean, obviously you like them when you win.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, yeah.
I actually didn't mind. Like, I had a good time in freshman 15 too. I thought that like
You
the
made it
Kool-Aid
pretty far,
sisters,
too.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far did you make it?
I was in the top 6, and they
pretty
sent
good.
home. They sent. I will say they sent home 2 the night that I went home into a top 4. So
was
like
you and
it was
Malort,
like,
right?
Yes, yeah,
Which
yeah.
I think should have been in the top 4 for sure.
Thank
both of
you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
No, but
damn.
no, everybody was so great.
The
in
riggery.
it. Exactly.
The goopery.
No,
and
like,
the
I
goopery.
didn't say it.
Specifically though, like you two like stood out to me like that night.
Thank
And you guys
you.
went home on that night. I was like, well,
Yeah, that
like,
10-minute
it was the most
number
creative
really.
ones.
That 10-minute number really got me. But
You did like the alien
I did
number.
do an
That was really
alien
fun.
number. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
How does
cute.
it feel to be part of a double elimination?
Oh god.
I was very much like, oh, I'm not important. Cool. Bye.
I can only imagine, like, on any kind of television show, like, it sucks to, like, go onto a show and then lose. But then you have to, like, share that moment with another person.
Yes. At
And
least it was like planned because they like we
They told
knew
you
that 2
beforehand.
people were gonna go home.
Oh,
it
so
wasn't like and by the way, 2 of
Oh.
you fucking sucked
Yeah.
tonight.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't know if it was, like, a Dax and Layla
No,
thing.
it's- oh, I was thinking-
Oh my god, I just rewatched that season and like that lip sync is just
What about-
really is bad.
What about Honey?
Honey and,
the Vivian?
Wait, who?
Not the Vivian.
the Vivian Panay.
No, Vivian Panay.
Who's your favorite,
I felt
who's your
so
favorite
bad.
drag race winner? Vivian
The
Panay.
Vivian Panay.
Wait, what is she up to? Does anybody know what she's doing?
She
No.
is so cunty. If we're being
Vivian
real,
Panay.
I haven't seen her since then. But I was so sad for her. I was like,
I was here since
RuPaul, you
2005.
didn't have to do that to Vivian.
Yeah.
You didn't have to kick her like that. We could. That's so mean.
Wait, so what was their lip sync? And it was her and Honey Mahogany?
It was
Yes.
some Britney Spears song, was it?
Oh, didn't they like literally
Stronger.
Yeah.
Like they weren't giving. They
No.
weren't. But like it's
For that kind
not,
of song, you kind of have
it's
to be
not
fun,
cool.
though.
Come on, like
It just was a little.
come on, not the Vivian.
Not
Bennett.
not the
My favorite Drag Race
Alicia
queen.
Sanchez, the Vivian Panay, catch of the day.
Yeah. She's my favorite comedy queen for sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she's very funny.
Yeah.
I do love like
honestly iconic.
I do love when queens are funny and they're not like meaning to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm giving that sometimes.
No, I just think you are genuinely funny.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
nice. I was hoping to be delusionally
Yeah.
funny.
So I feel like this happens a lot, and we
Mm-hmm.
were kind of talking about this slight subject change. So we were talking about like Drag Race and stuff like that, and I feel like when it comes to like drag and like drag culture, like RuPaul's Drag Race has really just kind of taken over. So like anytime, like so I've been dabbling in drag and been doing it, and it's been very fun. But the moment I started doing it, they were talking about like, so are you gonna do a Drag Race? Are you gonna get on Drag Race? Are you gonna do Drag Race? Like, I feel like that's what I mean. So do you experience that a lot?
And you're
Like,
like, yes.
with being someone that's more like in the scene, like everyone's like talking about like, how does it feel? I guess like being an actual drag performer, like in the scene and like seeing Drag Race kind of like take over and really kind of like I don't know, it's like the moment. Like it is like to see like drag like even from
Yeah.
season 5 to like now, it's like. Insane.
Huge
It's like
difference.
Do
Yeah.
you? I know it's a lot.
and
but-
do you like know any Drag Race queens or?
Well, so to answer this, like Shawn's question, like I definitely don't have people asking me if I'm going to go on Drag Race personally. I think that a lot of like, well, especially because like kings, queens, whatever you want to call like my type of drag performance, like there hasn't been a ton of representation of that on the show, first of all. But then like also just like me personally, especially like being in the scene and seeing like people who like actually should be on the show, you're like, yeah, I shouldn't be on that
yeah,
fucking
like,
show.
legit, like the local talent is like really like top tier.
Like there are
so-
certain people out here who it's like shocking that if they want to be on, because not every accomplished drag queen wants to be on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Like,
And not everyone that's on Drag Race is like top shit.
No,
you know?
exactly.
Like Vivian Panay.
it's
Oh my god! Let Vivian Panay rest.
breathe.
Let her breathe.
I'm gonna tag her in all these clips.
No.
Like, can't wait.
Wait, we gotta
I
find Vivian
love
Panay's
her.
Instagram and like tag her.
No.
Wait, does she? I don't know what she's
No.
doing. Well, I hope she's good.
Does she have a
Just
phone?
tag the
Vivian
Vivian.
Panay? We hope you're well wherever you're at.
Oh.
Just tag the Vivian. She can
We
do
Tag the
it.
Vivian.
We hope you're well.
It's fine.
Well, the two of us hope you're doing well.
Yeah, but there are certain people who I'm like they deserve to be on the show for sure, and like they even
Yeah.
have like the wardrobe to be able to be on the show because
sure.
like people spend so much money to be on that show.
Their runways are like really great now.
They're so good. I mean,
Especially at the standards they're at now.
no, exactly. I'm like maybe if it was season. Well, I wouldn't have been on it because they wouldn't have let me be on it anyways. But
Yeah.
like maybe I could have kept up with the fashion of
Yeah.
the early seasons.
Yeah.
but
In an alternate universe where they let everybody on the
yes,
show.
yes,
much.
there I would have been.
Yeah.
But I like
Yeah,
don't.
the fashion was not it the first like 5
no,
seasons.
but it still is. I'm living for it always. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, okay, 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay, like we saw what they were wearing on like on red carpets in the 2000s. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty accurate for
I'm thinking of
like.
like Ashley Tisdale.
yeah, me too.
Oh my
the
gosh.
first one with the skirt and the jeans.
Yeah.
Wait, does anybody remember like Beyonce when she was at the 2003 VH1 Awards or something, and she had like this like corset with like a trumpet skirt and like a choppy like the choppy bang,
Yeah.
like that look. I'm gonna try to pull it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
because like that is like the
'Cause
pinnacle.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know who Beyonce is.
Wait, Beyonce.
Wait.
You're like,
Oh yeah, actually I think I know her.
One of
Wait.
Destiny's
She has-
Children.
Ooh,
This one. Okay, I'm gonna.
She has that
show it
one
on to you.
song.
that one. That's like
Yeah.
he dropped me to the he picked me up.
Okay, so it's
I thought it was firework.
Oh,
that
okay,
Beyonce?
Katie.
this.
Oh, that's ugly, but
Yeah,
I love her
but-
in it. But
wait,
I
let's
love
see.
her in it.
Oh,
Just
I like
color-wise.
the corset at least.
Yeah,
It's kind of
Yeah,
I would wear.
there
I would
are
wear
parts.
each piece individually.
Right.
I'm so sorry for looking at something Beyonce was in and saying immediately that's ugly because she's beautiful.
You know what, Beehive? Look, because y'all are watching, because y'all have taste clearly, because Beyonce. So you're
The
watching
Barb's
this.
already left.
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
yeah, the,
From
Barb,
earlier.
the Barb's are already in the
They said-
comments,
they
you know,
said-
wishing us unwell and you know all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But-
no, like
well,
legit,
especially-
if the Barbs come for me, like they're like gonna hear like my theme song, our theme song, and like they're gonna drag me for my verse. hours. I wrote it like literally 5 minutes before like we were fucking doing it. And so I was like,
you're gonna end up on Flop Talk. I've been on Flop Talk so often.
What's Flop Talk?
It's like the meme.
Oh, Flop Talk.
Oh yeah, Flop Talk.
Like
yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah,
I was like Flop Talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
That's the name of the second season of the show.
Flop Talk.
Flop Talk. Just a flop.
Oh,
Don't
damn.
be gay. Second season, be a flop.
Just be, that's all it is. But yeah, and so like that kind of like fashion was like so prevalent, and I feel like that's the kind of like energy that. Wait, what was I gonna say? No, okay, so we were talking about the fashion. And like that is the kind of shit where it's like looking back at it, it's like, oh my god, they really thought they were like eating at that time.
Yes.
And then like looking at it now, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But like your fashion for drag is like really good actually. Like it's not even just like it's not just like couture like fashion. It's like also like really cool and weird and like out
Thank
there. And
you.
I remember when we booked you for Limelight, and I was like stalking your because like Josh was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this person is so good. Like this blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I was stalking your Instagram. I was like, they got some looks.
Yeah.
Like how? Okay, so that was my biggest. Like how do you like conjure up a look? Like what is
honestly,
your
like
process?
what's like your fashion inspiration? And also shout out your egg look, the egg yolk shit.
the
That's
egg
shit.
yolk,
I love
yes.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so hard. Like I have forever been like obsessed with. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and so like I grew up in a super like very just like normative environment. Like anything that could be normal, like you should be straight. You should be in. Like just you should be conservative, you should be like whatever, and I just like have always like had an affinity for like wearing something so ridiculous that like maybe it causes a bit of a stir. I don't know why, but like I've realized that about myself. It's just fun. Like it's just fun to have like an outfit that's like haha. So like even back then I started like buying like all of these outfits, like the egg costume I bought for like literally like a spirit week. There was like a day that week that it was like into the wild, so they wanted like you to dress like safari like themed, and so I bought this egg and bacon
safari
costume.
animal? Yolk.
Yes, and I made my friend wear the bacon costume, and I wore the egg costume to school, and it was like I was living for myself. I had such a good time, and so I just started buying like every like dance that was like a costume dance or whatever. I would buy like I got the turkey costume that I have in high school. I got the roach costume that I have in high school.
Oh, the roach. Love it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I love the
Love a
That
good
one's fun.
roach.
I just used that one. Actually, the number that I did
Yeah.
at Limelight, I used the roach for, and I just
Yeah.
revamped it and did it for Strap the other night, and
The
it
roach
went
won the
over.
crown.
Yes.
You know what? You know
She
what
survived.
they say? She will survive. Because you know what they say? After the apocalypse, what's going to be around? Cher and roaches.
Exactly.
The
You know
roach
what?
will
We're
survive.
we're in good company.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, the apocalypse, if Cher and roaches, what? Those roaches will be living.
You think
Yeah.
that like
Everyone's
if I,
dead, but they're living. They're
If I
gonna,
wore that like roach costume, do you think that I would survive the apocalypse?
I think you'd be
100%.
good.
The apocalypse would be.
you could be the roach queen. Because, like, you'd be bigger than all them bitches.
The queen of all the roaches.
Ew, they're all trying to have sex with me.
Oh no!
Oh, God, that is
is that? Oh god! Yeah.
Well, maybe by then it would be like an asexual society.
That would be actually really
Yeah.
nice.
I mean,
'cause, like,
That would be
I want
really good.
asexual roaches like representation for sure.
That's what I'm saying. And then like Cher will just be like, snap out of her roaches.
Exactly.
That was a terrible Cher.
Maybe
No, it
Cher and I
actually-
go.
no,
maybe
it
Cher and I
wasn't.
are like Cher's like gay for me or something. In that
I mean,
we can't reproduce.
It could be
we can
great.
figure it out.
I mean,
Sorry.
Cher
Oh.
allegedly is like married or isn't getting engaged or whatever when she made a little post on Twitter. But I mean, their partner will be dead. I mean, to be
Hey.
apocalypse. Just be you,
Good.
Exactly.
Cher,
That's when
a
you
bunch
come
of
in.
roaches.
Exactly.
Maybe
We've
try-
got to repopulate the earth. Cher.
Exactly. Get it poppin'.
Burst some roaches.
Get
fucking
it
do
poppin'.
it.
What are some of your favorite? Speaking of music, what are some of your favorite like style of songs to perform?
Yeah, like, do you just like hear a song? You're like, I need to like dance to this.
Yeah,
you know?
like it's hard because I feel like I listen to like very like weird music,
Yeah.
not to be like annoying as hell because like everybody
no, I feel the
listens to.
same way.
You're
yeah.
just so different. You're
fucking
just
annoying.
so different.
I'm just different. So like,
Yeah.
but it is hard to find songs that I'm like, okay, I want to perform this and people know it.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll do well in a club. Like you have to like factor in all this stuff. So like usually like I'll do like one song that I'm like super passionate about, and I'm like I've thought of this idea for this song for such a long time. And then one song that's like something more like Gaga that like the whole crowd is gonna get into and like will be like big fans of. Like or like I'll do a mix or like just something
Yeah.
to like I like
a little bit of everything.
exactly.
Yeah.
I like kind of upbeat, like like kind of like
Very much crowd pleasing, like makes the crowd like, you know, vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't mind when people, I like ballads and stuff, but personally I'm such a like
no, you could do a ballad, but do all that, like go crazy, do
my
splits,
God.
flips,
Just like
slow ass.
so much adrenaline.
Start off at a park and bark and then just fucking go in.
Okay, true. I just like all my ideas like
do an 8 count to Adele.
Actually,
Can
I
you
was
imagine?
gonna like I got COVID, so I couldn't do this show, but I was gonna do live sing "Go Easy on Me" or "Easy on Me," not "Go Easy on Me," and wear that
Go hard
fucking
on
"Go
me.
Hard on Me." And I was gonna wear that egg costume and have somebody like slow
Oh my
motion
God.
Yeah.
run after me with a pan, just because
I like
just
that.
because the "Go Easy." I have this bad habit of like I hear one word in a song and I'm like, and that's
that's
my
a good idea.
inspiration,
And, you know, and that's
I'm
what I
basing
do.
everything around that.
That's like the core of camp, I feel.
You know
To,
what?
like just turn like the entire
I
thing and flip
heard
it on its head.
the
The campy
and I
queen.
said we're gonna go in,
It's,
bitch.
it's giving SpongeBob the.
Exactly. I
Sorry.
I just saw the SpongeBob movie where it's like I am a man, and he has a little.
People were
razor
sharing some good clips from that recently because somebody online was like, you know, like quote this with your favorite SpongeBob moment that still holds up. And like I was laughing at some 10-second clips. I was like, I'm really easy to make laugh, I guess.
Yeah. My favorite SpongeBob moment is like the literal like neck, like on the wheelchair. Do you remember that? Like it's like a head.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah,
Chocolate.
chocolate.
What are they selling? Chocolate?
I like never related to a character more in TV history.
Oh my
so,
God,
yeah.
ever.
It's
Yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
I mean,
And the
I
womp
understand-
womp.
Oh,
I
God.
understand that. Like, well, wait. So you have done a little bit of drag, and I've gotten to
Yes.
see a good amount. I'm curious about how you chose because you did and I think it's so fun when people do this, and I've done like a little voiceover over my stuff too, like where like it went back and forth from like music to
spoken word,
spoken
or, like-
word, and it was super fun and funny and you were doing it for gag, for the all losers gag off.
Yes,
I was laughing because I was like, I was in your gag, and I was like, I'm even more of a loser because I'm just watching.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But go ahead. I'm a
okay.
loser, and I'm
Not
sad.
yeah, sorry to steal your moment.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
You just came here to just call out Shawn. You're like,
You're
I'm
like-
gonna accept the podcast
And
because I hate
well,
Shawn.
hey, guess what? I
we
guess
got beef.
At least I didn't lose twice, right, Shawn?
Just once.
Oh my God, no. So yeah, I guess what got me started to drag or my drag journey is I have always admired drag as the art form. I think it's so you just have to be like the jack of all trades. You have to be funny for the most part if that's what you would like to do. You have to know how to. I mean, if you choose to make your own outfits, you have to know how to sew. If you want, you have to know how to do your own makeup. You have to know how to style some kind of hair. You have to do so much. A hairstylist, a makeup artist. Oh God.
A dancer.
a dancer. You know, you have to have stage presence. There's just so many different components that go into it.
Yeah.
And RuPaul's Drag Race is like probably my favorite show. RuPaul is like an icon to me, and I enjoy doing comedy, and I've been doing comedy for 3 years. And there was always something that like called me to it. Like all my friends, it was similar to comedy. A lot of my friends told me like if you started doing drag, you'd probably be good at it. And I was like, I don't know. Similar to when I started doing stand up, like all my friends were like, if you started doing stand up, you'd probably be really good at it. And you know, I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
I too.
Thank you. And I just remember in the beginning of 2022, I like had a long thought about it, and I was just like, well, you know, the worst that'll happen is that like I'll try it, and I just won't be good at it, and you know, I'll try it, and it's not my thing. It's fine. You could try stuff and not have to do it, not have to keep going with it. And so then like I just decided to give it a shot. I was so scared though.
Yeah.
I was terrified because like you know I've been doing so well in comedy, and I was just coming off of like doing like the World Comedy Expo and like hosting shows at the Laugh Factory.
Ooh, okay, World Comedy Expo.
Right. Pretty iconic.
Sounds
Just again,
fancy.
another shameless plug over here at the
Let's
LLC.
do it.
And I was like, well, like it feels like why would I stop pursuing this to then, you know, start doing drag? And then I don't know, I was just talking with some friends and they were just like, well, you know, life's too short to be like, what if, try it. If you don't like it, cool. Or if you're not good at it, cool. At least you tried it and then you can just move on with your life.
I think that's such a good like take to have on it because I think a lot of people like when I started doing drag more often, I was like, at least especially right around freshman 15, I was getting booked like all the time because people are seeing you all the time, and that's a weekly competition. And so I was like, oh, like, I guess like you do get paid like a lot doing drag, but then like you just have to like I think a lot of people end up thinking like I'm going to make this my job, and it's like when you start to try to monetize things that hard that quickly, it's so not fun, and you don't grow that quickly, like because you're like almost in like panic mode about like I need to make money, but like also like if you do it a couple times, like, not saying that anybody needs to quit drag, but like you don't have to like do
Vivian Panay.
Stop!
Please quit.
We're gonna find out that she's
Please
like
quit.
actually like not doing
We are gonna
well
find
or
out, like,
something, and people are gonna come for us. The Panay squad.
We're
is
gonna
gonna
edit,
come
we're
for
gonna
us.
edit out the entire episode.
The
This is a
Vivs are gonna
whole
come for
not
her.
epi-
Like
yeah.
the Vivs are gonna come for
This
you.
episode's not gonna air.
No, it can't. It
They are
can't.
going to drag
Vivian, I
you.
love you. I'm
No,
sorry.
No, I feel like she would actually watch this. 'Cause I feel like her 2 fans are gonna tag her in this.
No,
Stop.
see, I brought her up because I was sad for her because
Me
I was like,
too.
RuPaul, you didn't have to do this to her.
Yeah. No, like I actually don't have like any bone to pick with her. I don't dislike her.
Are you sure? What did she do? Did she call you ugly years ago? Did she
No,
like
that's
Fucking
impossible to call
hate
me.
Vivian Panay.
what? Like
No, I hate Georges. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I love
we're not-
Georges.
okay, we're not doing this.
No,
Okay.
actually, I met her at Roscoe's. She's so nice.
Most of them are gonna
she's
be,
so
you know,
short.
like
she's adorable.
Most of them are.
I love Georges.
most of them. I mean, also if sometimes no one talks about this. Sometimes also if they're not nice, they could just not be having a good day. Like what?
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
met
fine.
Coco.
That's right
I met
for
Coco
most
Kane.
people.
Yeah.
Like what? Like even in regular,
Yeah.
normal, regular people, we having fucking terrible days
No,
and are not the
exactly.
nicest people.
I laugh because
Yeah.
like I'm a barista, and like I'll have days where I'm like so nice to people, and like
Yeah.
we have an amazing conversation, and then the next day they'll come in and I'm so pissed off for no
Yeah.
reason, and I'm like, what can I get you?
Right, that's literally
and I'm like,
happened to me.
and I'm like, don't
Yeah.
fucking talk to me right now. I'm making your oat milk latte,
Yeah.
and you're leaving,
Yeah.
even though yesterday it was so
Literally,
different.
a customer, a customer literally called me their friend, and like the next day I was like so dismissive with them. I'm like, here's your coffee.
Shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Shouldn't have called me your friend.
Your
Yeah.
friend.
Sometimes
I
it
don't think
is
so.
like I am serving you though. Like I'm serving you, so like it's
Serving
I'm
you.
serving you.
I'm sorry.
Like so like know that like I am being kind, but at the same time like I am on the clock and I am getting paid.
Right.
to
Like we're
be
not
this.
just here just because we want to serve you.
Yes, like
specifically.
especially like when
you're
like
one of like several customers, and I'm just not in the mood right now.
exactly like
So,
it's like, do you see like there are people behind you? I know we're having a conversation, but like just wrap it up real quick because like I gotta take more orders, and like I'm
gotta
not
keep
trying to be your
moving.
therapist.
Yeah.
Like I have my own mental issues.
Yeah.
I don't need to work on your mental issues with
right,
you.
exactly.
Yeah, the
Random man who keeps giving me eyes.
Oh,
call them
I'm
out.
like, you're talking about some fucked up stuff while you're looking at me like,
oh God.
See, that's also why I feel like I can be a bartender.
Me trying to smize.
I'm like,
That was just you trying to take this photo right now.
Yeah, literally.
Like I'm just giving good smiles.
Yeah, it's the bright lights. I was like, fuck.
But yeah.
I was like, ow, my eyes.
But I've been wanting to change my drag name for a while, actually. So I have been doing drag for. I mean, I've maybe done. So I started in May. I've done maybe 5 or 6 shows. Two of which were gag. And
great place to be.
it's a great place to be. I was so. For starting out Queens in the scene, Neutrogena, one of the funniest
So fucking funny.
bitches I've ever met.
Arigato. All the girls
Ari,
who run
Derry,
that,
Rachel
all
Slurs.
of them are so funny. That's like
Yeah.
my favorite kind of drag because like you never know what you're gonna get
Right.
from them. Like it could be so funny. It could be
And
like
Gina, she won the first Limelight, right?
She did. I mean,
Yes.
and speaking also Queens, yes, she.
Oh wait, yeah, we both won the Limelight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When I talk about winners.
We're talking- yeah.
the winner circle.
I kind of I forgot for a second.
Oh
like,
God,
wait.
an iconic social network.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Neutrogena. She helped. She helped me with getting drag and getting into drag and stuff like that. She gave me my first opportunity, the door she opened. And so then we had her on Limelight the first time, and it was a roaring success. She won. She ate. She sold. It was. Yeah,
we
that's what I'm
need an
saying.
all winner.
So like
season
I've seen
eventually. It'll
like
be like really fun.
her and I are gonna fist fight each other.
for the all winners.
Yeah, get ready. That's my bit.
Oh,
I'm bringing
I'm-
her on stage. She doesn't even know that it's gonna happen.
Yes.
I just start
I
beating
love
the
that.
shit
You're-
out of
yeah,
her.
you're just gonna be like-
watch out, Neutrogena.
It's gonna be like have an open for me.
Yeah, and that's how you
Yes.
win. Just punch
There's
the
a
shit
new
out of the
CTA
competition.
queen.
The act of intimidation.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, have there been any like? Have you had any like? So I've had some spills and some dips in as I've been dipping my toes into the drag context. There was one show. So I did one of the All-Star 7 viewing parties when All-Star 7 was airing. And again, so I'm still really learning how to like put a look together. And so I just bought this dress from out of the closet thrift store, and I had one wig, the same wig that I wore at Gag.
Wig.
And I still have that wig, my good old faithful wig. And
Old Faithful.
it's a good old S&G, a shake and a go, because I shook it and I went.
I love that.
And
you have to.
I had so little time in between Gag and the All-Stars viewing, because I did Gag, immediately went to Lisbon on a vacation, and then got back and then did the All-Stars 7 viewing party. I had no time to put together a look. So I just had this dress, my stripper heels. I got a robe. I thought I was going to do like something or whatever. And I was wearing these like pleaser heels that were like 8 inches tall. My first drag shoe that I ever bought. I thought I was going to do a Janet Jackson number.
Yeah.
I thought I was giving. I thought I was a dancing queen. I thought I was ever.
When you put those
Wait, I think I
heels
saw a
on,
clip,
you get
yeah.
humbled quickly.
I got, and then one of the funniest things was, so like Derry got sick that day, so then Camilla Fox, and also another amazing Chicago queen, was hosting, and so I did the number, and it went okay. Looked a mess. It was whatever.
Yeah.
But then we did like a little curtain call, like having like the other artists come out and all the other queens come out, and so then like I got tipped heavily, and so I was feeling myself a little bit too much. So like I came out, did a final walk, and like I did a little spin.
Oh.
Bitch,
Oh, God.
my ankle said nope. Tumbled, and then I got up and fell again. I fell 3 times.
That's
just
kinda
trying to
gaggy.
get up.
That's kind of funny. You should just say that was the bit. It's the
No,
annoyance.
and then my friends
People
came and they were
thought-
like, bitch, we thought it was a part of the bit the first 2 times, and then the third time we were like, oh
realized.
no,
No, but
what made
comedy
it even worse
comes in threes.
What
So
made it-
actually, that's smart of you.
Yeah, the rule of threes. And then what made it even worse was like Camilla the whole time as I was falling was like, ooh,
Was she?
No, no, she's on the mic. Like, oh my god, is she okay?
The dramatic
like,
effect.
You're
Oh
like,
my God.
you okay, girl? No, and I just like tiptoed to the back.
What shoe was
so.
it?
No, it was my pleaser heels. And
Oh,
I
okay.
was wearing, they had like a single strap.
Yeah.
And then like, I
literally have ones too. They're like pink. I'm like a bedroom queen pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I've
Ooh.
definitely like tripped
kinda
over
sexy.
everything. Yeah.
When you say
I'm
it like that, I'm a bedroom queen.
I'm a queen in the bedroom.
A pillow princess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like actually, no, I'm kidding. Like I'm gonna lay down, do nothing. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
do what you want to do. Like,
Have you had any moments similarly to like that,
Oh
a
my
Scarlet
God.
Tumble moment, or just like a random moment where it's just like,
Oh my god. Okay, actually, yes. I've never like. Okay, wait. That's not true. I was gonna say I've never like totally bombed. I can think of one time that I like totally bombed. I like was in this burlesque show where I like started it off like with like a blank like no sound, and I guess the person who like was doing like the sound didn't realize there was gonna be no sound, and so they were like messing with the controls, like
God.
trying to make the sound turn on, and like then the sound started, but it was so low, and it was just like the most uncomfortable moment of my life, I have to say, because this theater was like kind of small, and I was like, I like made eye contact with like 2 girls in the front when like the song started, and I was
I hate
supposed to be
giving eye
lip syncing,
contact to the
and
audience.
we were
It's so
we were all
awkward.
like we were all like and I was like okay
panic,
wait no
panic faces.
yeah, because there's like a moment of like you're connecting, you're like, oh no, this is not happening, and then they start feeling, they're like, oh no,
no, I know, because nobody. Okay, here's the thing: is nobody wants to watch somebody struggle when they're stripping specifically.
Oh, God.
That makes you feel uncomfortable. Like if you're gonna be like getting naked in front of a crowd, you need like your facial expression to be like, I'm happy to be
Yeah.
here. I'm excited, because if you're like, oh my god, like I don't know,
Yeah.
like,
like a literal like.
but that's what I was doing.
You're like naked. You're like.
Luckily, like I like just try to burn that one out of my memory. And the one that actually comes to haunt me is that in freshman 15, there was a week that was like horror, like or fairy tales into horror, and I got
I've seen that one.
I got in the top 2 that week, and the lip sync. It was me and Malort.
I gave
and
you a
the
tip
lip
that night. I
sync-
remember.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah.
The lip sync
I
was
voted for
"Sweet
you.
Dreams" by Beyonce. If you've heard of her, if anybody's heard of her.
Wait.
I think I'm familiar
Yeah,
with
okay.
her work.
Where's my phone?
I think I'm familiar with her. She had that blunt choppy bang in 2003,
yes,
right? I think,
yes, with the gold skirt,
Yeah, with the gold
and the pink
skirt
corset.
and that cheap corset, yeah.
That I would wear. I would wear that outfit still.
Yeah.
I would do it. But basically, like during the lip sync, I was wearing this pair of shoes that like was. I thought they were Old Faithfuls, but then during it, basically they had like an ankle strap and then like a toe like cover. And so during the fucking lip sync, my shoe falls off only the front of my foot. And so I am like
I remember
doing
this.
Sweet Dreams by Beyonce with like one of my heels around my ankle. And so I kicked the other one off around my ankle, but it was like I couldn't take the full like ankle strap off without it being like too much, but then it was like I just look stupid as shit while dancing around like, and I'm already like,
no,
you
like
know,
I literally still voted for you over Malort.
oh my god,
Like
Malort.
Wow.
No, like we love Malort, but
Malort
like,
had a gag too. I turned to the side at the end of it and I was like, oh fuck you, bitch. Like you didn't even need that. You see my shoes around my fucking ankles.
Just
you
rub
see this,
salt in the fucking wounds.
You see this pathetic. And I was like, of course the week I won. I didn't really win.
Oh.
It's okay.
Well, you know what? It's
Top
okay.
two lip
Again,
syncs.
just me being a fucking loser again and talking about
well, you won Limelight, so you can count that. You know what?
put a crown on it.
It's okay.
And they did.
And we
they
did. Okay, so before we wrap up and before we get to our last segment, I would love if you could give any aspiring drag artists, some bedroom queens, any like if someone wants to start drag or just do drag, like what would you say?
I would just say like one, like actually do it, like try putting the stuff on, like, you know, get some makeup, like look up other drag queens who do it. And then like there are performance opportunities within the city for like newer people, like shout out Queeried at Charlie's Bar. That happens every Sunday at 5 p.m. So like it's like really nice. Like it's an open stage. You apply before, but like anybody is allowed, like it's no like audition or anything, and that's a great place. Like I love doing Queeried still, like because you get to like play around and like just mess around and see like what works and what doesn't. And so like finding stages like that, and then also just like not getting discouraged. Like there are so many performers out here, and like you were talking about earlier how like you do kind of have to be it all almost, like you need to like figure out how to like put a performance together, put your look together, but like don't get discouraged. Like if you're like, you could be doing a great job and like looking amazing and not getting booked for things. Like it is important, I think, to try to like plug yourself into the scene in places that like you are needed. Like maybe it's not performance every single time that like, you know, I'm not booked like every single week, but I'm booked pretty regularly. And I get like, now I do like rhinestoning commissions for people who need them. And so like, that's been a really fun way for me to get to know people and like be a part of the scene and like, you know, just like figure out what you're good at.
Just like inserting yourself into the community.
Yeah.
That's kind of how comedy is too, because like
a lot of comedians are photographers, or they'll do graphics, or they'll do like video editing and clips and stuff like that. Our lovely, amazing NTR over here on the sidelines. So yeah, like I see what you're saying. Kind of like find what you're just naturally good at or what you naturally like doing, and then kind of just like offer it, because that's also how you make friends.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it was so scary to enter the scene and see all these people knowing each other, and then even to see like, you know, certain people who have been in the scene for like 10 years, like they've known each other for like 10 years. So it's like I'm like out here self-conscious at first in the scene, like, oh my god, like people don't like me as much as they like each other. And it's like, no shit, like these people have been working together and knowing each other for years and years and years, and like those relationships will come as long as like you're supportive of other people. And like, you know,
especially like when you're new, you're probably like, oh, they probably hate me.
No,
like,
exactly.
you know,
Oh my god, my like
or like just comparing
bitch.
yourself to like other artists, you know.
Oh, it's
like,
so easy to compare, especially because there are so many people out here. There's bound to be somebody out here who does like something even like slightly similar to you. And so when I see people who do slightly similar things to me, like I have to take that voice that's like, they're gonna take a booking or something that I could possibly get. Like, and it's like, it's not like that. Like you'll get booked if you're right for a show, and if, you know, I don't know, reaching out is smart. Like, which like sometimes is a pride wounder, but like
it's hard.
I'll be like, you know, I will message people and be like, hi, if you have any if you need anybody for your brunch or something.
I do that too. I'm like, please book me.
And it works. But it works.
Yeah, it actually
literally
does.
works.
Like,
It's
no
like
joke.
it feels embarrassing, but you're like, okay, fine, I did get like a booking out of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay.
And also, I mean, one more
Unless
thing.
they just leave that message on red.
Wait,
Which has happened
before.
has happened to me.
Oh, it's happened to me too.
everyone. That shit's
I feel like it happens all the
cringe.
time.
I've actually had people leave that message on unread, and I'm like, so it's just a notification in your inbox. Like, just read it, and we can all move on with our lives. But I keep
Or
seeing
it says
that
user
you
not
didn't
found.
read
They
it.
just blocked you.
Oh my god! And it would be actually gracious of them if they did block me at that point.
At that point.
They should.
And then I think one thing I'll add as like someone who's like starting my own like drag journey, I feel like something I have to tell myself is just like have fun. Like I mean, like I feel like a lot of like open stages and stuff tend to be on like the competition like realm, which makes you feel like you should take it super serious and be in a competitive mode. But like no, like it's just like everyone's there to entertain and have a
it's not
good
that
time. So it's
serious.
not that serious.
Yeah.
It's drag. It's
And
not.
that doesn't like give you like good relationship like build like it won't like help you build good relationships. Like even in freshman 15 I felt so lucky that people weren't like fuck all the other girls in this competition. Like people were very much like we're trying to make friends, and that was really nice because I thought it was going to be very fuck all these other girls in the competition, and I was going
especially in
to
a competition.
yeah,
you would think that, yeah.
but it just isn't smart to be like that because at the end of the day, you're gonna
No,
get.
it'd be funny if someone acted like that and
off-putting.
went home first.
Well,
That'd be so
actually,
funny.
crazy. I was
Irene.
in the bottom the first week, and somebody who I'm like friendly with, Vanity Unfair, we're friends
she's
now,
a
but
great
back in the
drag
day, like
artist.
I was like, oh my god, she won. She got to decide who stayed and who went, and I was like, oh my god, like I just hope like I wasn't being annoying or
Yeah.
something backstage. And,
Oh, God,
And she
yeah.
ended up like saving me and keeping me in the competition, which like I like.
What was the theme for that week?
That week was just like introduce yourself. So I was like, okay, bye.
Oh
Literally, I was walking around the basement being like, I guess I'm like a filler queen.
Oh my
honestly.
God.
I'm a filler queen.
no.
Not that anybody was that, but I
Yeah.
was just like, bye everybody. It's been good to do drag, I guess. Like, I'll never see you
said,
all
"I
ever
quit."
again.
It's been
I wasn't
fun.
gonna quit, but
Yeah.
it felt that they were gonna quit for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have fun out there?
Oh, God.
It's one of those.
Somebody once told me, actually, after that one burlesque show that I said I bombed, somebody afterwards goes, I love your energy.
Oh
And
God.
I was like, you fucking cunt. I know what you mean by that.
Oh, the most backhanded.
Because I had heard her saying to somebody else how much she liked their performance. And so I was like, I
Oh,
know
God.
you have the vocabulary to say what you mean, ma'am.
I hate that.
Or just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just
My
be like,
energy.
Well, they're like, oh, you were so have a good.
Yeah.
You can just say something
You
like
were
that. Like,
so-
not I love your
Ew.
energy.
Yeah.
You know, I just
It's
feel
pretty much like saying like I see the potential.
Exactly.
No,
You're not
exactly.
there,
it was
but-
like, I won't book you again, but I do love the energy and I hope you have
Oh
a good
God!
life.
If it comes from a booker, that's like
No,
even
she
scarier.
books. She books.
Oh God!
That's funny.
That whole
I
thing
would
was
die.
like that whole thing. I was like, this will be good because I'll get to know more people. Like again in this burlesque scene. And then like I did so bad, and I was like, well, this isn't the networking event that I hoped it might be for me in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, actually, let's all forget about that. I'll reapply to one of your shows in 6 months. You'll have forgotten about the bad one, and then I'll pretend like I'm a new person.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Pyramid.
New identity.
New
And in
idea.
many ways, I will be a new person.
New year, new me.
Me, bitches.
Oh my gosh.
New year, new roach.
Vagina. This has been amazing. Thank you so much
Yes,
for being
thank-
here with
yeah.
us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You're always welcome back
Yeah,
at the
thank you so
LLC.
much.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start hiding under this table.
But
There's so
They're
many.
That's
There's a
what
lot
I've
of
been
theaters
doing.
you can like pitch a tent in.
They're
and
gonna
just,
be like, Pagina, you're not mic'd. Stop talking under there, you fucking troll.
Christine's gonna be like, sweetie, you can leave.
You can literally go. It's been months now.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a
But-
home?
Okay, and so before we leave, we always do our segment
Mm.
titled
What
"What,
the
the
het?"
Het?" Where we
Yes.
take a moment to talk about something that a heterosexual person did in our lives that has annoyed us,
Yes.
whether in media or personal. So, you know, we'll start off and then we'll end off on yours.
Okay, amazing.
Josh, you want to start off?
Yeah, so like Christmas was like what 2 weeks ago ish.
Mhm.
Yeah, by the time this airs, it'll be like fucking like 10 years ago. But yeah, I like saw my family, right, which is like cringe. Ew, they're like not
Gross.
the funnest. They're
Canceled.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And I feel like they like don't know me like in general really. And so like my sister, she like gave me like the gift of, it was like a Everyman Jack. That's a brand. It's like a cleaning shit for your body.
Okay.
And I was like, man.
It was like, oh,
yes.
this is for men.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
yeah.
cleaning supply.
It
The
was-
equivalent of
yeah.
dude wipes.
No, like literal like
Manscaping.
like it
Man.
was so cringe. I'm like, yikes! Like at least give me like a gift card or like a pair of socks, a candle, anything else. You know,
with like a rainbow flag on them, the socks
oh
or something.
god,
Yeah.
no.
It's a candle that in the wick is in the letters high gay.
Oh god, yeah.
It's just, yeah.
I mean that'd be better
Yeah.
than what she gave me.
I'm so sorry for those.
Well,
raggedy
no, like
presents.
it's nothing against her. Like obviously, like
No,
you
it
know,
is. No, it's fine.
It's a thought
No.
that counts.
You can
and
drag her. No,
it's
and
a-
her
no,
thoughts
no.
were terrible.
Should have thought better.
Yeah, she should have thought better. Yeah.
It's a thought that counts, and she was not thinking. So
No, you know what? Next year is fine. I'll just tell you.
next year's fine.
Next year, I'll tell your parents to give you some Vivian Panay merch.
Oh
And,
my god,
and
please.
then we'll be
Yeah.
good to go.
Dragqueenmerch.com.
Wait, get me
Please.
something too.
I'll get both
Okay.
of you. I'll get you both a T-shirt
Yeah.
that says
I want like a
"Soup
shirt
of the Day."
a shirt and a hat. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
Speaking of gifts, my drag is my drag for the heterosexual people is stop buying people socks. I don't know. It just
Ew.
feels like it's why are you buying socks? And so I work at retail, and so my retail place sells socks, and I feel like wives will get their husband's socks, girlfriends, boyfriends will got their girlfriend's socks. For me, just give me nothing. Like, why are y'all buying socks
Oh
for
my
everybody?
God.
Like, I don't know what it is.
Gotta return your gift now.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine? No, I'm literally kidding. I was gonna bring it today. It's not.
I was gonna say we talked about this before.
Wait, but
about
not
socks.
even like a fun, funky pair of socks. Like,
I don't know. Like the idea of socks feels
Right,
like
some socks are a good gift though, like the
Yeah,
funky
like,
type,
they're, like, kind of fun.
graphic type of shit, or like a fuzzy.
that depends.
Ooh, yeah.
But like I'm talking about like the 6-pack Hanes.
Oh,
don't do that.
no.
Don't do that.
Like
are you saying
the,
that my
like
feet
the good
smell?
like the Goodfellow
weird.
Target like $12.99. Like I've seen people do that, and even my job it's plain socks.
yeah.
It's like you come in here and you can get anything. You get socks, and especially if it's for like a loved one, like a significant other. Like I don't understand. And
Yeah.
it's like it's one thing if it was like a teen that like they maybe work part time at that Forever 21 and they maybe make like $200 every 2 weeks, and okay they can't afford something. Socks is fine. You're a grown adult and you've been married to this person for like 20 years. You're gonna get them a pair of socks.
Well, also, wait, where do you work?
I don't know if I should say the name. I
Oh,
don't
It's a
know.
sure.
retail store.
It's a retail store, yeah.
cute. Like,
We'll talk about it after though.
Yeah.
yeah, like
We'll
I
talk.
feel like if you're buying like a $6 pair of socks, like you could probably find like a $6 like something else that's maybe a little bit
Literally
more
anything that's
like
not a
anything
sock.
else.
yeah, like it's just not a sock.
This
At
is
all.
the gift giving
Like, no.
season. Even like Valentine's Day and stuff like this is being passed by then. So like stop with all of the socks, the basic socks.
I used to get socks. So my dad's Jewish and my mom's Christian, and so I was raised in this like very like odd like not like Christian environment, but like we would do like Hanukkah, which like to all the Jews out there, like I know Hanukkah's not that big of a deal, but that's just what we did because it was around Christmas and that's just what we did. So, but my family would give me socks, like the 6-pack of socks in my Hanukkah gift, and like it in my Hanukkah gifts, and it would be like, don't give me
Yeah.
socks for like a full, because they would give you like a present a day or something, or like we stopped even doing that. Like they would give me like 3 presents for like all of Hanukkah, like but like it would be like one of my presents was like a full thing of socks, and I'm like, y'all are making Hanukkah like so much lamer than Christmas here, because it's like I know for Christmas like I'm getting a bike, but
And,
for Hanukkah I'm
did
getting
you like celebrate both? You did Christmas and Hanukkah?
yeah.
Cool.
So like, of
Okay.
course they're not going to get me crazy gifts for both of them, but I'm
Yeah.
like, at least like back and forth it or something. Like
Right.
sometimes like
Balance.
Christmas brings the socks.
Yeah.
Like
I thought
Right.
at first I thought you were gonna say that they gave you like a pair of socks each day.
no,
Oh
okay,
my
wait.
God.
That would have been
Wait, they do have like those
So
things,
disrespectful.
They have like the 12 days of socks.
Wait, I actually
know?
wait. Okay, so now we're kind of I would like that. Sorry,
They
that's
are-
my controversial opinion. I don't mind socks if they're fun. If they're
Yeah.
fun,
I'm okay with a fun sock. If
Yeah.
it's like a personalized sock, or it just has to be fun.
fun.
Okay, I love
Make
how
it
this topic went from the art of drag to sock.
It's just socks.
And this is the
Socks
episode
can be
about
useful in
socks.
drag.
Episode
Socks
called
will
"Don't
do-
Be Sock."
Don't be sock.
Don't be sock. There's
Don't
a
be
lot to go
socking.
into there.
Sock it to me.
Um,
Anyways, for your what the heck, anything you would
For
like
my
to
what the heck?
voice?
You know, I'm just. I was talking a little bit about it earlier, but I'm just sick of like that one type of eye contact that men give you sometimes, where it's like,
Like
you
this
think I
one?
was born. Yes, it's like you think I was born literally yesterday, and like first of all, creepy, if that's what you think. But second of all, like let's just like only look at me like I'm a normal person. Like if I'm like serving you coffee, like if I'm walking down a street, like sometimes guys will like make that like extended eye contact where like you're walking down the street, you look up and like you're like, and they're like,
Yeah, no.
you know those eyes that are like, I'm trying to have sex right now. I'm like imagining you.
It's like the male ego that thinks that like if they iron their fucking Wrangler
like
jeans, that everybody wants to sleep with them, or
Does that
everyone
ever-
will be
Does
interested
that
in them.
work? Like, does it work for anyone? It's
You
like
know what's funny?
awkward.
I actually, this is crazy
really
because
weird.
I had one experience where I thought maybe this might work because I was on like a topless beach in Spain with a friend of mine like a couple years ago. Yeah, it was really fun. And there was this man who was across the beach who kept on looking at me, and I was like, okay, maybe like he's kind of cute. Like maybe I like would be into it. But then crazy, he ended up flashing his dick at me.
Oh no.
And so I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Like, and I was, so now I'm especially like, that's definitely not going to work. And I mean, especially not for men these days, but but like,
Same.
I don't understand why people flash dicks.
what's happening?
So
What's happening?
where was this topless beach at?
You like so
Nerja,
Spain? You said
I don't know if I should say the name
Yeah.
of the city.
immediately Google's round trip flights to Spain.
Right.
No, don't go to that beach because the man flashed me
Yeah,
instead.
no. Yeah, no
I was like, I
thanks.
might have touched it,
Yeah.
but I won't now.
Yeah.
No.
It might have just like went down my throat, but like it was disgusting.
It won't anymore because instead he like jacked off between some rocks or something.
Did he actually?
He literally did. He was like coming whenever I saw his dick. I was like,
Oh my god!
I screamed. I was like, ah! But I didn't go back
Yeah.
to the area. Like I thought, like, should I turn around and go back to the beach and be like, this man just flashed
Yeah.
me? But instead I was like,
I'd be
let's
like,
just
guys,
go.
he's coming.
He's literally coming.
He's
back
coming.
Here.
Oh my
He's
God.
literally coming back
Oh.
here, you all. Like, don't. Ew.
Oh god!
Yeah, but so just any of that kind of eye contact, I'm like,
Just stop
please
with
stop.
this.
Yeah.
Stop with the creepy eyes.
Because
Like,
I'm looking at you like you're gonna kill me possibly,
Yeah.
and you're looking at me like maybe I am. Yeah.
Like no words for that, like just noises. Ew. That's disgusting.
I like that.
Oh,
that would work if somebody came
Yeah.
up to me and was like,
You know what? I honestly, like,
Wait, yeah.
at
They're
least
just
I know
like
your intention,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're being forthright about your creepiness and your weirdness instead of
Yeah.
doing those
I'm like,
No, it's hot when guys are like
Way.
actually just weird, but like not in a sexual way.
yeah,
You know, like
oh,
if
we
they
know,
make,
we know you like them weirdos.
yeah, shut up. Don't expose me.
That'll be- oh yeah, but that's a whole episode. That's a whole nother one.
Yeah,
Hey, don't be gay,
yeah.
right?
Never.
That's
ew.
what they say.
Never,
And
never.
That
me.
is what they say at the LLC. And on, you know what? I think that's a perfect way to end it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
where
you.
Where can we follow you? Where can anyone follow you?
I am.
If they want to see your work.
I am at 69 Nickelback 420 on all
Yes.
social media profiles. So yeah,
It's the coolest name.
drag name Pagina, like vagina, but with a P on it. Real
What?
name,
With a
real
P
name,
on it.
with a P on it, bitch. You better pee on it, right?
With a
You
vagina.
better- okay, wait, I don't want that though.
You better
actually.
piss on this bed.
You better piss on this vagina.
Work, mama.
Okay, we'll cut that. We'll cut that.
No, we're not. Definitely not.
Leave it in.
Yeah, so you can
Oh,
follow
my God.
me at the Josh Ham on anything, really.
Anything and everything. And you can follow me at Banksy, BANK, 2 Z's, 3 Y's on everything as well, TikTok and
Yes.
Instagram. And you can also follow us, all of us, at the Don't Be Gay podcast on
Yes,
Instagram.
as you should.
Period. You should already be doing by now. Like we're already like
episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9.
Like
Like
you guys are obsessed.
if you're
like,
not
oh my
following
gosh.
if you're not following us now, we are assuming that you're racist and homophobic, and that
Yeah.
doesn't look good.
I think I noticed that about them. All
yeah.
the people who weren't following, but they are watching.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. We see you.
We see you.
Yeah,
see you.
right through the camera.
Exactly. We're watching.
yeah,
And yes, and follow the Lincoln Lodge too. You know,
Yes, of
you can find a
course.
vagina living here now. Apparently,
yeah.
Under this table.
Just looking for
This table.
roommates.
on social medias. And on that
Yeah.
note, as we all said before, just don't be gay. Just
Yeah.
don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's kind of gross.
It really is.
Yeah.
Ew, Jesus
But
Christ.
like kind of in a hot way, right?
It's kind of gross.
Anyways, goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't be gay.
Oh yeah.
Don't be gay. You
Okay.
heard us. Don't be gay. Oh, don't time. Yeah.